way, but we'll see. Yeah, they do go for the Earth Spirit. There's that Zayat's position 4 to play with the Darkseer.
Rolling into action on the Earth Spirit, yeah, he's a pretty good hero for him, and definitely gives them a lot of aggression, rotation across the lanes. Every time I see an Earth Spirit, I always think about Shadow Fiend. I always think like, well, this opens up the opportunity to pick up one of these greedy mid heroes, where you can really kind of hold back and allow the Earth Spirit to come in and save your lane for you. But yeah, Anti-Mage's going to be the pickup from Team Empire, which is surprising, but 3 in heroes, so it already seems good to me, and not much lockdown.
Earth Spirit's a strength hero, dude. Come on, get with it.
Oh, he is, isn't he?
You gotta focus up today.
I just see these 4-position heroes and then which cast lots of spells, and I make these assumptions. Goodness.
So you see the AM now. This is a difficult one. Maybe it's something like a Monkey King here that can play really aggressive. Might be okay. Has a okay lane against the Centaur.
Yeah, the position they put themselves with as anti-mage, though, is that they're going to need this mid laner who can really kind of control the game and push towers and push waves as well. Because out of these 3 heroes, they really don't have any wave clear. They really don't have any way to push out lanes, and they really don't have any way to take towers until that anti-mage gets online. So
I don't agree with that. I think Dark's is really good at pushing out waves, especially with the Helm of Dawn creep. Oh, for Empire,
yeah.
Sorry.
They've got like nothing.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, like both the position 4s don't really push out waves this game, which is any of the supports, which is interesting. Disruptor's okay with Thunderstrike, but it's not great. They are very reliant on their offliners at the moment to be showing on the map at all times, which is interesting.
Dire team ban.
They go Troll instead. Okay, I mean that's another hero. It can play safe lane and mid as well, which is nice. So you don't know what they're going to pick last if you're Empire. It does decently against the AM as well. Like, doesn't really care if his mana gets drained. He's just going to buy a Diffusal, try and run that AM down. Can buy a bash a late game if he wants to as well. And it's also really good with the Darkseer. Like the Iron Shell just enables this troll so much more than it would before. So you come online much earlier than you would normally.
Yeah, it's I love this surge inside the ultimate for Trollwald as well. Like, usually his big problem is he pops ult and everybody just runs away from him. Anti-Mage will blink away from him, next Assassin will just stun him and go in Viz. Centaur can pop Stampede as well. They have so many ways to just kind of run around this Troll, and I think they still do. I don't think Surge is going to be enough, but it certainly does give them a good option for closing down this gap and allowing the Troll Warlord to actually be effective inside the ultimate. I love Darkseer and Troll Warlord as a combo.
I'm interested to see what they pick for Magical as well, because I assume it's going to be Crystallize playing the Troll, but what kind of hero do they want him to play? Like, how do they want us to be setting the tempo this game? With something like an Alchemist, which comes online much quicker than the AM? But because they don't have last pick, so it can be really difficult here.
I feel like they're lacking a lot of damage on NaVi, though. That's my big issue right now. Troll Wall, he takes a little bit of time to come online. Darkseer does a bit with the Iron Shell, again, Earth Spirit as well, but no big nukes, no way to actually kill this anti-mage. You want to be able to bring him down if you get him inside a Static Storm, and right now they're not going to be able to do that.
You could pick like a Kunkka or something here as well, which might be okay. It's not great, but it gives you that burst damage that you're talking about, and it's another hero that can play with the Darkseer, so I wouldn't mind it too much.
Yeah, I'd like it.
The TA got taken out first phase as well. Yeah, there's a Razorback. It could be like OD or something as well, but you're playing against Nyx AM.
God, that sounds really bad. I think it's got to be probably. I can't see anything other than Kunkka working.
It could be I think Alk or Kunkka are the two that I would go for. They don't have a huge amount of time left. What about for Empire? What are they going to go for? They need some mid-hero as well, right? So I guess it depends on the matchup.
Yeah, they'll see the matchup. If it's Kunkka, then I'd imagine they probably go for something which... Just a rage hero which can smash into him a bit. I mean, okay. So they are going to maybe put the Troll Warlord at mid, depending on this matchup here, and put the Ursa in the safe lane.
Yeah, I mean, this Centaur's not going to have a deep... I mean, the Centaur should do
just take OD on now Team Empire.
They could, but then you have OD AM and your 2 cores are really slow. Like,
that's
the way NaVi
true,
want to play this game is...
Like, you need a hero. Dr. Centaur. That's going to be more than enough aggression to actually allow this to be pulled off. I think it's a risk, but I think it'd be worth it.
this Centaur won't have a good lane if it gets put against the Ursa, so you can't rely on him to push you through the mid game. Like, you need something here that creates space for this AM to just freely farm the map. Yeah, okay, they go Necro.
Choose your hero.
I don't mind this too much. It has a decent lane against the Ursa at least, but I think Troll should be fine in that lane. Yeah, and they are going to put the Ursa against the Centaur. I think, yeah, this looks okay for Na'Vi to me. If they can play this really quick tempo that they want, get the first Roche. They have Troll Ursa, so
this Roshad is just going to be like the easiest thing for Na'Vi to take. Yeah, it's something Team Empire need to be wary about the entire time. As Seneko picks up his Disruptor. He's pretty good on this hero, by the way. He's currently 10-1 on Disruptor over the last 2 sets of qualifiers, and it's their most picked hero by a mile as well.
Oh wow, that's. I mean, yeah, to be fair, you say it now. I don't think I've seen him play anything except Disruptor for ages.
Yeah,
so that makes sense. If Crystallize has a good start to this game, and then Blizzy just shoves an Iron Shell on him and he just runs around the map, what do Empire do?
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of pressure.
Because he can basically just follow the AM around the map as well, just chasing him if he wants to. And Dream's going to have a really difficult time. I like the Necro pick against the Troll, though, as well. I think we've talked about this in the past, that when Troll, you obviously want to get really low before you pop your Battle Chance, but when you're playing against the Scythe from the Necro, you can't really do that.
Alrighty then. Well, let's get into this matchup here as we've got the best of 3 in the playoffs here. This is a single elimination playoff, so the loser will not get another chance. There is no lower bracket here. The loser is done in these best of 3s, and it's Team Empire versus NaVi. NaVi looking in pretty good form right now, but Empire not looking so bad. And head-to-head, I mean, Empire do have the advantage. I think overall this patch, Team Empire are 5-4 over NaVi, but NaVi took the past 3 out of 4 games of Empire in the major qualifiers. So it's very close between these two teams. They played against each other quite a lot. They know each other very well, but of course Empire swapping up a little bit as well. I think they've been stable in this roster for a while now, though. And Zayu Nyx Assassin is certainly something to be scared about.
Yeah, I think Na'Vi have been playing so much better, though, in the last few weeks, from the major qualifiers when we've seen them. So I think that stat for Empire being 5-4 is a little bit wonky, considering how much better Na'Vi have got. I struggle to see how this Nyx Centaur are going to deal with an Ursa in lane.
Make a big mess.
I thought he might buy Normal Venom on Crystallize as well at the start of the game, but he's going to ferry it out to himself a little bit later on.
So Kodo's heading towards this middle lane, just looking to see if anybody shoves down an Observer. Same with Magical here. They just want to be wary if there's any sight coming down. This guy just taunting in the middle. Yeah, just sitting in front of the tower, daring Kodos to come towards him, which he will not.
I forgot about that taunt, actually. I don't play Troll that often.
Yeah, it's not a particularly exciting one. It's interesting now looking back at some of the older taunts as well, when taunts were first introduced, and you got things like, who was I playing yesterday? Just a really, really small kind of subtle taunts, and then you've got, like,
you got Ursa
Undying, Fly, yeah. So playing the symbols, it's pretty wild.
I wonder how much they want to commit for this rune here on Na'Vi top. Like, obviously, you have a couple of Iron Shells you can use, but like, if you don't stack them up, I feel like one Iron Shell is not a huge amount of damage.
Dream tries to come forward to this rune here. He might make it, especially if he levels up the Blink, which he has done so. Dream going to sneak past them all. The classic anti-mage, jumping past everybody and taking the rune out from under them. He is taking a lot of harass for this, though. And Seneko, he's only got the Thunderstrike, which Dream already knows, so he can TP back to the tower. Meanwhile, Blizzy going to throw a bit of harass onto the Witch Doctor here, but yeah, I think he was thinking about going for some kind of Iron Shell. Maybe he just wanted to harass up somebody here, but nobody to harass.
So Nyx is just going to cut the creep wave in bot lane. He's going to pick up the second wave for himself. So this Ursa should be able to try and bully the Centaur a lot here.
Yeah, especially with Snake coming in as well. I mean, they've got no control for him, so Maiden can just generally run the Ursa around. And Ursa doesn't want to be chasing a Centaur whilst ignoring CS. It's really important to get this first wave. Gets himself level 2. And, yeah. Centaur should have an okay time, but Oh, 2 last hits with the retaliate. Did you see that?
I didn't. I'm
dreamy.
just watching. I'm watching Seneka chase this Nyx.
The high-speed action chase.
Radiant's
Ooh,
top tower
Seneka!
is under attack.
All about that. What were they, like 297
mid-lane as well.
movement speed jukes. Yeah, Kodos dropping really, really low in here. Magical just constantly throwing out those axes. It's really hard for Kodos to do anything about this as well. I mean, even if he levels up Ghost Shroud, they still, they do magic damage.
Yeah, the other thing, like when you get a point in further as well in this lane, it becomes so much easier just to bully the Necro out, like with constant range attacks. As soon as you start stacking up that extra attack speed, it becomes really difficult for the Necro to sit in lane.
His heals just seem so small, but we actually have First Blood coming through onto Snako down in the bottom lane as Maiden comes over and helps out as Nick's buddy. So leaving the assets
that's for it as well.
A little bit running away, but the right click comes in from King R, and that is going to be a kill.
They've obviously been doing their homework.
Dire's top tower
Zayat's
is under
sitting around just trying to cut these waves. Unfortunately, Darkseid took the job ahead of him, so Zayat is like, well, what do I do now? This has been my whole job these
Roll
whole
forward to the
qualifiers
mid
so
lane.
far.
Kodos could be in some trouble as Zayat comes rolling through on his Earth Spirit and cleans up that kill. Zayat does find a successful rotation as King R looking to punish Zayat's rotation a bit as well himself with a couple of right clicks, but yeah, pretty negligible. Meanwhile, Centaur not very healthy down here as Taneko's just gently chasing, but Sayu coming over does mean that he needs to be a little bit careful, of course, so the stun up into the assault from the Centaur would put a swift end to Snakeo's life. Just needs to keep his
Dire's
distance.
middle tower is under attack.
But Ursad's having a great time. Crystallize pulling the creeps over to the jungle. Making
I mean, he's
full
chilling
use
and-
of this.
Blizzy as well, top lane, is also having a really good time. Like he's got 23 CS already now, and he's just gonna he's gonna deny
he's
himself the
uncontested.
tower. This is really nice. Like you take the wave instantly, you want to go back and get your soul ring, but because it's not even flying yet, obviously the troll really needs the regen in the mid lane. So
Yeah.
just suicide yourself to the tower and come back in again.
Even as an offlaner, it's sometimes worth it.
It tends to be when people are creep skipping that you see it the most.
Yeah, you're nice and close to that tower.
This Witch Doctor's actually rotated bottom now as well, because he knows that he can't really do anything to help the AM up in top.
Yeah, so they're trying to pressure Crystallize a little bit on the Ursa. Well,
Snake steals the last.
Snake, yeah.
That was.
Just so you guys know as well, we've already checked. Seneko says he's only building 1 urn this game, so that wasn't some new
top lane?
meta, but you never
AM?
know. Ooh, he's getting low on the tower. He doesn't have the blink. The count spell comes out, but it's just too late. Zayat finds the carry player. He is really getting to town now, and even throws in the tip as well.
Yeah, that was the Dream tipped him earlier, so he wants his revenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I respect that.
Shot fired back.
The Centaur's having a much better time than I thought he would, though. He's top of the CS chart for his team. Obviously the Nyx has been pulling the waves a lot, which is making it a little bit easier for him. But mid lane as well, they're going Kodos.
Once again, the Necrophos getting brought down, baited in by the low health Magical, though King R looking for the retaliation here. The Fairy Fire is popped. They just need to chop through King R quickly enough, and they will do so. The Witch Doctor, he's so damn squishy, he just falls to Magical and Zayat.
I mean, especially with the mischance on the whirling axis as well, it's really difficult for the Witch Doctor to ever get the kill there. Troll picks up a bottle as well. Okay, that's interesting. Don't see this up a huge amount.
Yeah, I mean, it gives, especially for his tiny mana pool, it's just going to boost it up straight away. It's actually a super value item on a Troll. You know what else is super value?
What super value?
Chairs from DX Racer. They've got fantastic value on all of their chairs. Awesome quality gaming chairs, so go and check them out. They're, of course, the sponsor of Star Ladder, and it's good to support those boys out. Is Blizzy going to go and run for the rune? But Dream actually blinks into it, but it was a trap. Magical is here, and Dream is going to be taking another full hit over by the bounties. Oh, dearie me. That was
Such a sick bait.
Yeah, that was very obvious for us. But you can't see it, obviously. Everybody would do that, but yeah.
Yeah, if you're the AM there, you just commit for the bounty ring, and you saw the troll on low HP, so maybe you thought he was shrining or something as well.
Yep. And this cheeky bottle already pinned itself off.
I was going to say, have you seen the Darkseid just put a point in wall at level 6, and he instantly uses it top as well. Like, when you're against this AM, just having the mana burn available is so nice.
Yep.
Makes it really difficult for this AM in the lane.
It's really... Oh, they actually got a return kill. Okay, so Neko caught out once again, just trying to... It's weird because he's been hanging around this area such a long time. with all the 3 heroes just kind of playing around each other. And then eventually, when they do get that stun off, then they can just get the stomp and then the double edge, and that's gonna kill a disruptor. It's enough.
Meanwhile, I'm not expecting these kills down in bot lane. Seneko might be in trouble again here.
Yeah, he's coming. Yeah, he's got the shrine next to him. The TP, it is cancelled, but Maiden needs to keep his distance. He's only got a ring of health to keep himself healthy. And meanwhile, whilst you brought our attention down to bottom, King Art does take a fall up at top. CIS makes the rotation in, and Blizzy and Dream go to work. But Blizzy, he's getting low. Yeah, he's got no way out of this one. He's just going to get chopped up by the anti-mage. Dream's finding
a lot of gold for
very valuable kill. Yeah, look at that. 643, killing the net worth leader as an underfarmed anti-mage. That is a way back into the game if ever I saw one, but still a long way to go for him. Alright, you talk. I'm focusing on catching the action now. I'm zoned in until like 15 minutes.
You just don't want to miss any more kills, do you?
No, it's just getting a bit silly.
This Darkseer's having a really good time, and how many times have we seen this though, where you get your Helm of Dom on the Darkseer, Blizzy, sorry, he just dies, but he's still having a really good time.
Yeah.
And like he gets the Helm of Dom like this, Iron Shell's the creep, and then all of a sudden he's just taking over the whole top half of the map.
Unfortunately for him, this creep and take it back, but he just throws down another wall, no problem, so force him back. Meanwhile, Maiden, he's going to get dropped in the bottom lane by Crystallize and Seneko there. The Enrage comes through at just the right point, and with the extra damage from Disruptor had been basically just harassing him down with the Thunderstrike over and over again. And when that rotation comes in, Crystallize will clean up, get his claws nice and red.
Did you catch that one?
I did, yeah. It was very close, but I did catch it.
I was going to say, like, this AM has gone for a 1-1-4 skill build just to help him in the lane up against the Darkseer. Which is really interesting, because obviously you want to max the blink as soon as you can on AM, but he's also not going to farm in the jungle massively quickly until he gets that Battle Fury, because he only has 1 point in mana break. So he's sacrificing his mid-game farm a little bit just to have a better time in this laning stage.
He's also being chased down by these illusions, which aren't doing as much thanks to the mana break level 1, but still. Meanwhile, Witch Doctor being chased down. Magical, he's got him in the river. He's got to get this kill. Easy peasy. Haste, Rune, Troll, Warlord. There is no way a Witch Doctor survives that situation. Meanwhile, Maiden, though, he's trying to go for the kill onto Zayas, but it's going to cost him his own life, and Zayas is going to get out absolutely peachy.
I mean, all 3 of Navi's cores are having a really good game so far.
Yeah, looking at his net worth, it is looking like they're in a league of their own. All 3 of them are cleanly above the 3 of Team Empire, as Empire have to blink Dream out of this one.
And I know we've talked about him a lot in our cast, but I'm interested to see how Zayas does, because normally at this point in the game, when we've seen him on these Doom and Bats, he knows exactly what he's supposed to be doing all the time. It's felt very regimented, like step-by-step guide. But when you're playing Earth Spirit like this, it's a bit different. Like he's a little bit behind where he would be normally in terms of XP especially. So I wonder if he can try and recover his own game a little bit here. Not that he's doing badly necessarily.
Meanwhile, Magical, he's just getting to town on this tower right now. He's got this 1 point and further. Getting nice and high on the tower and just really smashing into it. Kodo's going to have to come and defend this one. He's had a really rough time in this middle lane, Kodo, so I didn't expect it to go this one-sided. In fact, that probably would have set it in the Necrophos's favourite, but...
he Troll just fine in this matchup. He's got the whirling axis to last it. He can keep his distance from the Necro as well. Top lane. They're going on the AM.
Yeah, he's in a pretty tricky situation right now. The sun comes through, but it's too late. The AM's already gone, and they actually need to get themselves away. Seneko, yeah, he's paying a visit here. Sai running around in circles, doesn't know what to do with himself. He's going to run into the wall here as he gets glimpsed back into everybody. They knew they was ready to clean that one up. And, well, we'll look forward now. Kodos trying to grab the bounty, but Zayas comes rolling through, takes it, and shoves Kodos up onto the high ground. That was just... That was just embarrassing. Zayas just styling on them.
He proves me wrong. Says, there you go, guys. My game's fine. That was such a clean kill up on the top lane on AM as well. They used all their skills perfectly in a sequence of events just to finish him off. Nice little centaur stomp from the silence, from the Earth Spirit. And Na'Vi, we talked about them wanting to play this quick, aggressive game. They are definitely doing that at the moment.
Maiden once again going for the creeps split behind the tier 1, and this has been kind of an up and down journey for him. But up at top, we've actually got to go on to the anti-mage once again, but Sayu is here to try and save the day. So that's by Carapace. Dream actually looking to maybe turn this one. Blizzy getting low here. On comes a Mana Void. Blizzy running himself away. Dream really wants to find this kill, but he's not going to, so King will take it instead. But that kill they get all the same. Zayat will roll himself to safety.
Madden in bot lane as well on the centaur.
Yeah, he's dropping low. Stampede being used, trying to get himself the distance here. So there you go. He doesn't have another glimpse available. They've already used it to get him low in the first place. It looks like Maiden.
It's
No. So why is he so goddamn fast? So he comes in though. Oh, great. Okay, he's going to save him.
Yeah, they forced rotations in though, so better than not chasing him at all. What's this troll building? Yeah, he is going to fuse. I was wondering whether he might try and scale a little bit more with the Battle Fury, but I feel like they have to play quick this game. Are they going to smoke here? Try and get a scythe kill, possibly? Looks like they are.
Yeah, there's 4 heroes all clumped up nicely, and... Oh, okay. Send Maiden in as the bait. And follow up behind him seems to be the plan. Let's see if NaVi are going to fall for this. I mean, Magical's already in. Sayu coming in behind. He's got that Vendetta. They're looking towards the Ursa here. They need to keep him stunned. He can't let him get off this enraged. There's the Reaper Scythe coming down. Will it be enough damage? It certainly will. Crystallized dead. But look at that Static Storm. Catching out 4 heroes. They take down 1. They're actually going to try and take this fight, though. It's 2 on 4. They come out with 1 kill, so should already be happy with how this has gone down. They are rotating in Zayat, and he's got himself an Invis rune. This could catch him off guard. Let's see if they can make anything happen.
Yeah, they need to go on the Necro here as well if they can. This could be massive if they get a key silence
and in comes a roll, but he misses. He can't find Maiden, but never mind. They don't need it anyway. Ultimate pop from Magical going to help him heal up a little bit as well, but unfortunately he's now stuck on a creep forever. Stuck chop until the end of the earth. Tower, creep, tower. Oh, okay. Creep, tower, creep.
Top lane as well.
Goose.
Taking a little bit of a play on AM here.
Yeah, he's going for it, isn't he? But AM just has enough mana to get himself away. Sneaking himself out the side of that pit.
One more shot from the AM illusion, he would have killed himself. Sorry, not killed himself, but fallen there on the AM. So
yeah, I mean, well, do you consider an illusion of its own hero to be killing themselves? I don't think so.
This is philosophical Dota now.
Yeah.
For us.
Too early for that. We're on the first cast. We don't go down that rabbit hole just yet. Yeah, Magical going for this Diffusal Blade as well, so that's going to give him the...
Look at Crystallize though on the Ursa. He's in.
Yeah, he's really into this Roche bit actually, and no one's going to even have a chance to defend this one. Sayu's like, oh, maybe he's in Roche. I'll make my way over there right now. And he's just going to get absolutely annihilated. Look at that guy. He didn't stand a chance. Roshan goes down, well protected by NaVi. That puts an Aegis into the claws of the Ursa. And they could look to even ramp up this aggression even more now with this Aegis in hand.
I was wondering how the sentry outside the Roche pit saw the Nyx so quickly, and then I realised they had another one down. It's like in the mid lane.
Dream's going to get rocked up by Zayat here, the rollover. Dream just wants to keep his distance right now. He's really trying to find himself some space in this game. Fortunately, his team have not been making any space for him. I mean, the fact that NaVi have just been allowed to follow Dream around so much, Zayat is going to go for the chase. You know he's going to go for the chase. And he did actually have the right path, but now goes back on himself as Dream just continues blinking down, so gets himself out. Yeah, I mean... Maiden's just been farming so much this game, and I don't think you can do that. I think you need to go with this Centaur, with this Witch Doctor, with this Nyx Assassin. You have all of these heroes who can be aggressive. There we go, a smoke's coming out. All right, this is what we want to see. But even though they have the Aegis, you just have to do it. You just got to ram your heads into them and hope that the game can carry you, because if you don't give them the space, you have no chance of winning.
But who does Maiden kill? Like, yeah, they got a kill on the Ursa before because they were being really aggressive under the tier 1.
Neko's an option. He gets a nice Static Storm down. Now Magical's looking to follow up, though. No one's doing anything to try and help out Maiden here. He's probably just going to die to the Thunder. No, he's not. Yes, he is. He's going to get dropped back, and the axe is stylishly done by Magical. He just throws him behind himself. Continue chasing, but the Reaper Scythe is going to come down onto Zayat and take him out for the fight. Crystallize, though, he can just continue chasing Chodos till the ends of the earth here. Chodos, he doesn't even have a shrine to get to, so it's really just wasting time. Yeah, Ghost Shroud, heal up. Axe is coming through, though. Nice coconut, but there's the ultimate popped out, but the stun comes through. Doesn't land onto Crystallize, though, and Crystallize will be able to finish off that one. Now looking towards Sayu as well. Sayu trying to get himself under the tier 2 tower. Crystallize, though, got to pop the Enrage and continue chasing down this annoying little Scorpion. Into the trees we go. Squat the Mosquito. And, well, he's going to run around the tree. A glimpse back as well. Just try and make it nice and easy. Goodness me, he's buying a lot of time. But finally, Sayu will fall. But Anti-Mage, you know, having some space now. Getting to flex those farming muscles a little bit.
Yeah, he's getting to farm, but it's not like he's pushing waves out and getting towers or
Blizzy's
anything.
still here.
Blizzy's
Goddamn Blizzy.
not easy. And they have this pipe coming out on the Darkseer soon as well. And I think when that comes out, they can really look to just finish off these last 3 towers on the map for the Dire side. Especially with this Aegis on the
Dire's
Ursa.
bottom tower is under attack.
If he has this blink, he can literally just kill whoever he wants on the map.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Especially if he gets like a first hit bash onto somebody, which is coming out at some point, within 5 minutes or so.
So, do you want to know an interesting stat about Crystallizer? Ooh, Maiden, one more hit. That's not enough. You need a little bit more in the tank there from Crystallize. But yeah, Crystallize Ursa. By the way, I'm not coming up with these stats on my own. These are the shout out to Bean0204. It's just a Twitch cat guy who likes to message us facts during the cast. It's really useful.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, so he tells us Crystallize is 4-5 on Ursa this patch, but 3 out of 4 of those wins in sub 40-minute games. And when it goes over the 40-minute mark, he is 1-4 on Ursa. So really kind of showing us that, I'm sure that's a stat commonly for most Ursas, but it just kind of shows us that they're going to need to end this game in a reasonable time. So we'll see a lot of pressure coming out from them. Because if it goes late, then, especially versus an anti-mage, it's not looking very likely. The timer is on NaVi this game, but so far we've got no reason to doubt that they're not going to hit those timings.
To be fair, Ursa's probably one of the better heroes against an AM in the late game, because you can buy this Bastion. Like, you don't have much single target lock, like, spells to use on it, if that makes sense. Like, it's all raw physical damage. So, going into the late game, like, they have Troll and Ursa, which are probably 2 of the better cores at dealing with it. They are just going for this tier 3 here, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And they roll forwards. They're actually going for the aggressive plays here. The Static Storm's a little bit off the mark, but they've already picked off King R. And now they'll glimpse Kodos back into the fight as well. The axe is coming through thick and fast. Kodos trying to run himself away with the Spirit Vessel, with the wall, with all of that damage that's ticking through. Magnetize as well. It is going to be enough to finish off Kodos. And now, well, King R also getting run down as well. Not going to last very long here. They're just throwing themselves into the meat grinder. Yeah, he literally just came back. Wow.
Yeah, this Nyx is like, guys, I'm here. I'm helping. The Centaur's like, oh yeah, I'm here, guys. I'm just TP back. I'm here as well. I got my blink.
Oh, they're pushing high ground. All right, I'm here, boys.
Oh, we've lost our buildings.
Oops.
They're just like, yeah, let's end the game.
Yeah, literally, they're just going on to him again. Kodos just dropped for a second time. 2 diebacks now. Everybody else just sitting around with their fingers up their noses. They don't know what's going on right now.
AMS is Battle Fury, though, so at least he's farming.
Oh, good. Go, AM, go. Let's see, the action cam. You know how I have in base races? We need one of those for watching NaVi take the tier 4s and Dream farming. Let's see, Dream, how quickly can he farm?
He's
Meanwhile,
like,
they're on to
do you need me
second
to
tier
come
4.
back yet? Guys?
Dream, waiting for the creeps to spawn. It's going to be close. NaVi, onto the Ancient now. Dream, well, he's alright, he's making his way back over though. They realise they probably have to defend their Ancient. That's generally a good idea. Nice stun onto 2. Now the Death Ward coming out as well, getting a little bit of damage done, but Maiden just getting annihilated on the front lines. They've got too much damage for the Centaur. And now the GG is called. And just to disconnect, Dream is gone. They're ready for the next game.
Do you remember when I said when this pipe comes out, they might look to take all the tier 2s?
Yeah, you did say that.
I didn't
a little bit earlier.
But, I mean, if Necro's going to feed his life to you twice in a row like that.
Absolutely, go for it. In a 19-minute and 22-second game, keep in mind that was actually the Ancient falling. Not just the end of the game, it's the Ancient falling. You know, usually people GG out around this time. You know, if you're attacking high ground, they've just lost a bunch of team fights, they see no way back into the game, they GG. But NaVi actually had the building damage to go down and just run straight into their Ancient, which is kind of impressive. Very convincing from NaVi there. They go for the high tempo lineup and they just pull it off perfectly.
I mean, we talked about this in the start of the draft, that if they didn't have any wave clear, like on this Empire side, right? So when Navi just run at you on your high ground, how are you stopping them from going high ground? It's not like you have a Wyvern or like any kind of wave clear, like a Sand King or anything, like Sandstorms. They just walk into your base, and you're like, oh, okay. Well, you weren't expecting this, guys. Can you just chill out a bit, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, the same just never got the time to come online. That's really well played by Navi.
Goodness. Well, all right. 22 and 8, 19 minutes and 21 seconds. That was a very convincing performance from them. Exactly. You know, Zayats as well in this Spirit just proving that he can fill any role, just not being greedy at all this game. You know, he wasn't farming anywhere. He was just constantly rolling and constantly making plays, making sure they're winning the lanes, making sure they were fighting the ganks, making sure they were putting pressure on the anti-mage and just being in all lanes and just kind of spreading the pressure exactly where it needed to be. And that was really impressive. And of course, Snake on his signature disruptor as well, doing an excellent job on just kind of drawing the attention away from the Ursa and punishing Maiden as much as he could. You know, Maiden didn't actually end up winning that lane because Snako had just been able to put up so much pressure on him and forcing in Sayu as well. You know, Sayu wants to be running around the map, but if Maiden's having disruptor problems, then he's forced back to that bottom lane where he can't quite be as effectual.
I mean, how many times have we seen Seneko just die a few times in the laning stage, but it just doesn't make a difference at all? Like, he's like, yeah, I don't care. Like, my carries are farming. We're all doing fine in our lanes. Like, if I'm dying to 2 heroes following me around at the start, I'm more than okay with this.
Exactly. Yeah, he knows how to make good value out of his body, which is a good skill for anybody to have. In all traits. So we're going to have a quick break. Then we're going to be back with game number 2 in NaVi versus Team Empire. Empire now definitely need to find a way to come back into this series because right now it's looking very, very yellow. NaVi versus Team Empire. Game number 2 here in the minor Kiev qualifiers for the CIS region playoffs. My name is Nerd. He's been my Farron. We'll be back very shortly.